Good morning, and welcome to the 445 Productive Through Joy show with your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. This show airs each weekday morning, hella early AF at 4:45 a.m. here on YouTube's Datcher channel, and then at 4:45 p.m. on Facebook Live. Today, we're talking about power. You got the power. Power and productivity. What is the connection? What is the connection between power and productivity, and how can we enhance our level of power? Where does our power come from? What are the resources that we draw uh, power from? So we have a really interesting day because trust me, power is important and power is powerful. All right. If you are new to the show, you can simply become a subscriber right now. Push on that subscribe button, become a subscriber. Um, if you are new, also we speak to groups, schools, and organizations. You can go to productivethroughjoy.com, see about us. Have me come out, speak to your group, school, or organization. All right. Again, go to Productive Through Joy. Um, Again, for those of you who are new, allow me to say a few words about myself. This is your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. I am the author of the New York Times bestseller, Raising Fences, which was a Today Show book of the month. The books, that individual books, film rights were optioned by the actor Will Smith, whose people called my people, and I eventually agreed to write the screenplay for that particular project. I am also the author of the acclaimed historical novel Americus, which is set 13 miles from Ferguson, where, of course, Michael Brown was murdered. God bless that young man's family. Um, and the conflagration that eventually ensued around the country, initially ensued there. That book interrogates the intersection of race, violence, and family, as in the American family, um, in this country, and is a very powerful book. I'm currently on the book tour for that book. I'm heading next to Atlanta. Look for me in the southeast region. I'll be there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, November the 9th through the 11th. Look for me on social media, and also at the American Studies Association and the National Women's Studies Association in the First African Church on Sunday there in Atlanta. Um, I am also the board president of the World Stage, which is a literary and jazz venue, a 501c3 nonprofit here in Los Angeles. It's Crenshaw District. Great programs, 5 days, 7 days of really miraculous workshops around jazz, literature, drumming, piano, jazz orchestra for the youth and for adults. Just a really very powerful organization. Go to theworldstage.org, .com.org to learn more about that particular project. Um, my educational background, let me clear my throat, is UC Berkeley as an undergraduate. My master's is from UCLA, and my PhD in English literature is from the University of California at Riverside. I am currently a professor of English Lit here in Los Angeles at Loyola Marymount University. Listen, guys, I am an expert at being productive. I don't say that to brag or boast, but people are oftentimes surprised at my level of productivity, given how crazy my own personal narrative is. I am the product of a young girl who was raped at 16, gave birth to me at 17, and subsequently gave me up for adoption to a single divorcee. Yet at the time, no biological father, no adopted father. Listen, difficult times for the young MD. Yet, as Cool Modi famously said, "Ha, you like me now." And if I can be this productive, enjoy, so can many of us who are watching this show as we speak. So thanks for being here. Again, go to Productive. Let me clear my throat. Productivethroughjoy.com. See about us. We speak to groups, schools, and organizations about being more productive through joy. All right, let's dive into the topic. Today we're talking, guys, get your notes together, about power and productivity. And I should say, though, before we move forward, we'll get into that in a few moments. In the morning show, we like to touch on the ideal of framing your day before your day has a chance to frame you. At times, we wake up with trouble on our mind, and as a result, that trouble follows us. That trouble follows us throughout our day and has a way of creating stress, right? And as we know through modern science, stress is a killer. It attacks our mind and our body, and as a result, it has an extreme impact on our day-to-day experience of walking on the planet. So we help individuals to deal with that. We'll just call it stress management for now, because everyone has problems, everyone has stress. One of the keys we find to having an abundant life is being really effective at problem management, which is another way of saying being really effective at stress management. All right, and we do this work in the context of a ritual. Ritual can be defined as essentially doing the same thing at around the same time. Now, it's best seen through example. Let me give you my morning ritual. In the mornings, I wake up at 3:30 in the morning. I read a couple of spiritual business books. I do our show right now at 4:45 a.m. At 5, I work on my current book until sunrise. And guys, at sunrise, I get up, I walk out. I live here along the coast in Venice Beach, California. I walk out to the beach. I bring my drum. I bring my chair. I go out and meditate and drum and do yoga. It's really ridiculous out here in the morning. Just me and the seagulls and the occasional dolphin just backstroking down the ocean. Then I return to home, to my house here, work on my current book a while longer, then go back to the beach to run up the coast all the way past Santa Monica's Pier, all the way, then run all the way back here to Venice to go to my gym, gym. So by 10 o'clock, 10:30, guys, I'm feeling amazing. My body is being flooded with endorphins. And I leverage that endorphin release to move me towards my goals and objectives, right? So we're not saying do what I do. What we are saying do is do what you do. And we help individuals do what you do when you do what you do. That's an old one sung by one of the Jacksons. Jermaine? Could have been. And that we may be able to be more effective as we seek to make the world a safer, more humane planet, especially in the midst of the discourse being led by the country's leaders. So we need people at the grassroots to be about love and health and fierce justice-oriented action, because at the very highest lands, office of this land, the people clearly are not about that, at least not for women, not for people of color, not for people who are gay, not for immigrants, not for journalists, not for the institutions of that are the actual pillars of society. We literally are being led by someone who's literally attacking the very pillars of society. So we need the folks to rise on up. So thanks for being here. Let's dive into the topic here. So again, go to productivethroughjoy.com. Thanks for being here. Having me come out and speak to your group school organization. And also, God bless the two black individuals who were also killed. God bless all the families who were killed in Pittsburgh, which is a travesty. And also, in the midst of that, there were two black folk killed in the country as well by white supremacists. So this is the time that we all need to raise up and be about justice. So thanks for being here. Let me dive in. Point 1, you want to become a subscriber. Point 1, point A is you want to be about power. You want to be about the acquisition of power, which is point 1. Well, point 2 is how do you go about getting the power that you want, the power that you need. We suggest that you begin to look inward first, right? Through meditation, other types of spiritual modalities and technologies, super important. Well, point three then is, well, how do you go about doing that? We encourage and help people have a spiritual practice, an energetic practice, a thing that we do each day to start our day, that we may start the day looking in. Because when you begin to start your day by looking in, you have a way of attracting the people who you need to help you in your life. That's my experience for sure. And so as you build the inner self, build it and they will come. The help will come. Boom. That's it for today's show. We air each weekday morning, early AF at 4:45 a.m. here on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel at 4:45 p.m. on Facebook. We'll see you this afternoon. Go to productivethroughjoy.com. Until then, let's talk about it and be about it. Deuces.